right and wrong, good and evil. Intellectuals have been tackling that question for a long, long time. As such, I know there's a book out there that's going to explain this idea way better than I can. But I have a camera in front of me, and here it goes. Now, first, for my position to be viable, you have to throw out the idea of God as any sort of sentient being. You could argue, God is energy or whatever, but that'll most likely just muck things up. So really, you should just look at it from a purely practical, atheist point of view. Not saying that you are, but, take a step back and look at the argument for its merits if you were an atheist. So, no God, no angels, no spirits, no ghosts, nothing like that. I know. Coming from the kid that plays Dungeons and Dragons, that's a lot to ask for, but bear with me, alright? Now, secondly, you have to agree that humans are herd animals. They're gregarious creatures. They want to be around other humans. Now, you have your fringe elements like, the crazy old hermits in the days gone past, but most humans want friends, family, a spouse, and children, and that's the vast majority. There are, your rare humans that can exist purely on, business arrangements. I give you money, you give me food. I work for you, you give me money to get the food. So we've established no spirituality, no God, and that humans are gregarious creatures. Now, in the early days, it would have been really, really hard to survive if within your family group you guys were constantly stealing from each other or killing each other or raping each other. So obviously, as any good herd animal, you would do what's best for your group, which would be not killing or stealing or raping. Now, of course, there are exceptions. Competition is what drives evolution. One male might challenge the supremacy of another male. One group may seek out and attack another group for their resources and or women. Competition is natural. Death is natural. These are both parts of nature. As civilization grew and groups got bigger, the fear of wolves and bears and lions shrank. So these natural tendencies towards not killing and raping one another needed to be reinforced a bit. So government and religion stepped in, making laws and enforcing them, telling people what's good and what's bad. So where am I going with this? Morality is subjective. Good and evil don't exist. What we pass for morality is really our natural penchant to wanting to avoid being lion food. Not to mention, we want to make babies. Good and evil are used by religion to reinforce these ideas and give them positive or negative consequences in the afterlife. So if you strip morality away, good and evil away, what do you have left? You have practicality. You don't want to get eaten by a lion, and you don't want to be a virgin. Now, contrary to the late, great George Carlin's belief that war is simply a lot of prick-waving, war, too, is out of practicality. Those bastards over there have something we want, oil, land, food, whatever. We have to kill them. And, of course, they might have a different imaginary friend, thanks to religion.